Beep, 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 beep. Jester here. How are you? Everybody can off today. I'm having one of those days. Right, how you doing? Somebody rang me up. I picked up the phone and went, fuck off. Put the phone down. I can't be arsed with anyone, including you lot. But yeah, here I am. So it's Sunday. I thought it was Monday. Getting prepped for a meeting that isn't for 24 hours. That's so me. So I thought, well, it's Sunday. I'm tired, to be fair. I need a break, to be fair, so I'm going to have an hour off today. Come and be a warrior teacher. Will you lot, please? More applications for you good people, if you would. It'd be great. Just have something go along. End of the month, or buy me a coffee, do something. All right? Other than that, I've got a question for you all today. Have we lost our collective bloody mind? Have we? Is that what's happening? We've lost our collective mind? I'm seeing some great stuff at the moment, right? Megan over in America, she's giving it some welly on Bill Maher. You know, Maher. He tells the audience off. It's great, isn't it? And they all start moaning when she says that operations have been happening on kids. He goes, don't worry. So I know what you're going who for. He says, this is happening. Right? So that was rather good. But on the other hand, what? Digital ID? Hello? Maya? Helen? What the bloody hell are you doing? Digital IDs? Are you... we need to be going in exactly the opposite direction. Digital ideas. We need a squeezed down, unbelievably tiny state, right? And then we need to curtail police powers. We need to ensure that people have digital privacy as a given. We lock the gate so that nobody can get in. And if the police want to arrest somebody, they have to specify what it is they're after, right? We don't need to go the other way, right? Is it surreal? Well, let's have digital ID. Yeah, because digital ID won't be the precursor to, nice morning, Barry. How you doing? I'm all right, says Maya. And then we rate each other as to whether or not we thought that the interaction was any good. What's the matter? Have you lot never watched Black Mirror? For the love of God. You do not hand centralised power to government of that kind. And the reason you don't is because they will build the panopticon. That's what they will do. That's the aim. This is basic stuff, mind. Orwell knew this. Not just me. Huxley knew it, right? Not that I'm comparing myself to either of those two giants. I'm only giant in one way. I'm a fat bastard. We're not letting them build a panopticon. Now, for those of you that don't know what a panopticon is, it's like a kind of prison, but imagine it as a big circle, right, where everybody lives in little tiny slivers, triangular slivers, to the middle point where there's a large tower, which is where the guards watch you. That's the panopticon, and digital ID is the way forward for a panopticon if it is not handled correctly. And it should certainly not be something that is required so that people who are pretending to be something they're not can, when they don't need to pretend to be something they're not, can use. This trans nonsense is iatrogenic from its root to its tip, which is it harms people, not least of all children and gay people, right? And so I'm watching this and I'm thinking, what are they doing? Stop accommodating this. We have to stop accommodating this. This is utter nonsense. Now, I understand that Sex Matters, as a charity, has its articles. I like that word. How's your articles? Well, they're all right. Actually, today they're a bit left. Right, so... is it just me? Am I completely off-piste on this? Have I got this completely wrong? If so, I apologise to everybody and their current living relatives and everybody else who follows for being a fool, right? We're not accommodating this in any single form. Any single form. It's either mentally ill people or fetishists and paraphiliacs. That's it. Then you've got other nut jobs I'm seeing. I expect you've seen it as well. If not, go and have a look. We're talking about AGP as a sexuality, and children have got AGP paraphilias at young ages, and it starts when boys dress in women's and girls' clothes. I don't know any bloke who's never stuck his knob and balls between his legs and gone, look, I'm a woman. I don't know any bloke that's never done it. Right? They've all done it. We've all done a bit of Buffalo Bill. We've had a bit on our own. Oh, look at that. That's what I look like with a vag. So what, they get caught. It's like, right, down the old clinic. Get them down. They got the digital ID. Go on. Get down the clinic with your digital ID. We're not pampering to this. We're not doing this. Okay? I don't know what the hell you think you're doing. Now, I understand that if you're a charity, you're possibly stuck with your articles, in which case I suggest you start a new charity, donate all the money to the new charity, and change your articles. Perhaps what you've done, which is brilliant, means you're done. And actually you need to start something new. I'm only saying, if you're being forced by your articles to pamper to gender identity, ideology and trans, maybe it's time to ask that question. With love, of course. World peace, as Bet says in First Wives Club. Remember that? I watched that with Youngling. We were supposed to do JFK, but we chatted for so long it got too late. So we did Cabaret in the First Wives Club. Remember the First Wives Club? Remember that? You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. Feminist wet dream from the 90s. Fantastic. So I'm saying, what the hell's going on, right? Now, I might be wrong about this, and I'm more than happy to be proved wrong. So we'll see. But then, Jen Specht, hey, Stell, you all right, love? Jen Specht have been lauding some bloke who set up a school where they allow kids to play as trans. This is unconscionable. The answer is no, right? They're children. You tell them no. This is liberal both-siding. Like, Stella, explain yourself, woman. Right? So that's what you've got. So what's going on when this is going on, right? Oh, yeah, children are AGP. Are they? Who's saying that? Is it Colin Wright had somebody arguing the toss about this bloody nonsense? Somebody needs to take a deep dive into this. We are not saying that AGP is a sexuality, right? It isn't a sexuality, and we're not saying that it's innate in children, because it isn't. You are not getting your innate trans behaviour, your innate paraphilic behaviour, because we know what paraphilias follow behind this bloody one, don't we? We do not accommodate gender identity ideology in the same way that we don't accommodate the lunacy of the decolonisation movement. It's exactly the same thing. They've gone to David Lloyd George. He's getting up the wazzocks now, isn't he? Yeah, they're going to say they want a more diverse Wales. So they're going to take the home of David Lloyd George and turn it into some kind of LGBTQ BIPOC shrine. Can you imagine? Up yours. Up yours, right? So you've got, it's absolutely insane. There are no children who are paraphiliacs, and that needs to be said loud and proud. And no, you're not studying them, right? Or you're not going to ask them, so tell me you're 15 years old. How many times you toss off thinking about knickers? How many times you toss off wearing a brow? Have you ever been aroused when you've been wearing the clothes of the opposite sex? They're 15. They're aroused if they see a stick insect moving backwards and forwards. They're 15. Stay away from the kids. But most of all, from my perspective, stay away from the boys. Because the chances are that these are proto-gay boys, right? Exactly as they were in the original lot, and exactly as they are now. We are not accommodating this. And I don't care whether you're Jen Specht, Sex Matters, Colin Wright, or whoever the bloody hell else it is that's pushing this nonsense. Well, we have to have the debate. We don't. The answer is no. And that, ladies and germs, is a sentence. Have a nice Sunday. Bye-bye.